to the Ace Talks, the podcast where we talk about the stories, ideas, and moments that shaped Accace. I'm your host Veronica, and today we have a guest with us who has been a managing director of the Hungarian branch before it became the Hungarian branch. Sounds tricky? Well, before we dive in, I just want to mention that this year we celebrate 20 years of Accace as we were established back in 2006. In this podcast, we want to capture the journey behind the brand we all know today. Now, back to our guest. Please give a very warm welcome to István Nemecz, our Managing Director of Accace Hungary. Hello, István.
Hi, Vera.
István, can you introduce yourself to our audience, please?
Yes, thank you very much. I'm István Nemecz, and I graduated in the University of Hungary of Economics. After my university study, I started in a small auditor company. I worked there for 3 years. And after these 3 years, my father offered me a position of accounting position in his company. That time it was in 2002 when I joined Interbook. That time this company was owned and led my father. And I worked there for 3 years, 5 years, and after that I became the managing director in Interbook because my father entered retirement. This was the hidden background that he would like to stop working in this company, and I'm holding that position from that time.
So you were in a family business, but somehow now you're in Accace. When, where, why, and how did your journey begin at Accace?
Yes, I worked in Interbook, and we mainly focusing on international clients. And I remember it was in 2010 September when Michaela was called me and offered me some cooperation. And due to the reason that I'm always interested in the opportunity to grow, that's why I decided that let's go and see what she can propose. And I remember that after this call, 1 week after this call, we met with Jiří Meyer and Michaela and started a long discussion and negotiation. And after this long negotiation, finally in 2011 July, we signed an agreement, and from that time we are working together. Basically, Accace bought the majority part of Interbook.
Do you remember your very first impression of the company when you joined?
Yes, I remember that I cannot say the name, and I don't know what is Accace. I remember it was in May, in 2011 May. So before we signed an agreement, there was a big regional meeting in May. And I was also invited, and I really like it. I arrived home with a full of happiness, and I feel that I would like to join this community because everybody was very friendly. I clearly see what is the direction they are going, and this is something that I like. So
you already pretty much described what Accace looked like back then. But compared to what Accace is now, did it feel equally big and advanced?
Well, actually not. So for example, when we joined Accace in Interbook, we had only 16 employees, and as you mentioned, we are a family business. But what we try to achieve currently in Accace, we have 75 employees. But what we try to achieve, we would like to work as similar, like as a small, or not small, but bigger family business. My door is always open, so this is what I'm tell to the employees as well, and what I'm very proud of, that a lot of my leaders and managers are having the same methodology. So they always focus on the employees, and we are always focused on how to work together. So this is what I'm very proud of.
Do you have a lot of colleagues who were already working with you in Interbook and now also stayed in Accace?
Yes, over the past decades, there are so many leaders who still with us. So I can say that, and this is what I'm proud of, that we have grown together in the past decades. So and they are coming from accounting, from payroll. So these guys are really someone who is dealing the actual profession, and now they are leading 30 people. So this is something that I'm very proud of.
Now, since we are talking about Interbook, what was life before Accace? Was it totally different?
Yes, it was totally different. As I mentioned, Interbook was a small company with a small employees. What is really the big difference is that there were no clear split of position. There were no clear split of responsibilities. So, for example, in Accace, I'm as a managing director also fully involved in the profession. So I'm also do an accounting job. We have no marketing department. We have no internal finance. We have no HR. So everybody is doing the part of these jobs. And what was changed when we joined Accace? Of course, we started to grow, and these positions should be separated. We should separate split of responsibilities, and we start to create the hierarchy in Accace. So currently everybody has a clear position, clear rules, clear responsibilities. Totally is very different. But I think it's much better because everybody knows that what shall do, what is expected to do. So this is much efficient right now.
Since you're already talking about change, can you maybe name another big change after the acquisition of Interbook that Accace has brought into the company?
My responsibilities changed a lot, of course. Honestly speaking, I've never worked in a big organization, as I mentioned. So I started a small auditor company, and after that I joined Interbook, which was also quite small company. So I need to change my mind, and I need to change not just behavior, but I need to pick up some knowledge, soft skill knowledge, and so on, which was not clearly explained during the university, my university studying. So from that I received a lot of support from Accace Group. I can say that I got a lot of soft skill training and a lot of education from Accace itself, and this was a very big step for me.
I can imagine that it must have been also very helpful having these contacts of the other managing directors, being in very similar shoes as you are in the other Accace branches, and you having the opportunity to talk to them and maybe even discuss the struggles, the challenges, and the celebrations.
This is one side, and the other side, we also had some trainings as well. So the actual training what we received from the group, and I can say from now on that these was very useful for me and helped me a lot. And this is what I tried to do. So when I, for example, when I had the training in Bratislava and arrived back to home, I tried to hand over this knowledge to employees, to the leaders, because as I mentioned, they are also coming from the professional side. So they are not. They also do not know how to lead people, how to manage the company and manage other people.
I wanted to ask you also about one of the achievements that you're the proudest of in these past 2 decades. You did mention that you're very proud about the colleagues who were with you in Interbook and are still staying in Accace. But is there maybe another achievement that you would like to mention?
Yes, I think if I should say something, that I should say the colleagues, because I think the culture and currently the atmosphere within the company is very good. So this is definitely the first in the position, and maybe the good achievement, I can say that once we joined Accace, we had one company, but currently we have 3 companies. We also have the fund. So I think the past, let's say, 15 years until we are working together, this is quite amazing how we grow. And not just in terms of revenue, in terms of profit, in terms of employees, but employees number, but also so everything. So it's totally changed and totally different currently. I think this is what we can proud of.
István, we are coming to the end of our session today, but before we say goodbye, can you share what's your ACE card that you always keep up your sleeve, whether that's some saying, slogan, something very smart to share?
Oh, it's an interesting question. Maybe not a slogan, but everybody said that seems very calm in each situation, which is I think quite good. Even though I'm not always calm, but I think the management and the leader should reflect the calmness, which means that he is confident and he is in control of the situation. And this can help the whole organization and the whole employees to stay calm and survive the possibility. So yeah.
That sounds wonderful. And thank you so much for sharing both your past, your wisdom, and also walking us down the memory lane. It was very nice to hear all these stories and your point of view. Thank you, István.
Thank you, Vera.
To our dear audience, thank you for tuning into the ACE Talks today. If you enjoyed this episode, give us a follow, click the like button, leave a comment, or share it with a friend. Until next time, keep growing, keep learning, and keep staying one step ahead.